City of Embers. The city was still burning, not with flame. Most fires had died years ago, but with something slower, smoldering, persistent. Embers trapped in concrete, memory and bone. Bobby felt it the moment they crossed the river. The bridge had collapsed long ago, so they moved across twisted steel beams and half-submerged cars, water slapping against rusted metal like something trying to get out. Fog clung low to the surface, thick enough to swallow sand. Ghost walked ahead, barely disturbing the mist. His silhouette flickered in and out like a glitch in reality. "You feel it too," Ghost said quietly. "Yeah," Bobby replied. "City's breathing." They both knew it wasn't. The skyline loomed jagged towers like broken ribs jutting into a colorless sky. Windows were dark, streets were choked with wreckage. Somewhere something clenched, a loose sign, maybe, or not. They moved through an avenue lined with blurred-out buses and overturned delivery trucks. The silence here was different, not empty, expectant. Ghost paused, crouching beside a smear of black ash on the pavement. "Fresh," he murmured. Bobby ignited his prosthetic slightly, the heat blooming around his hand. Shadows danced along the walls, stretching like reaching fingers. "Zombies don't make campfires," Bobby said. "No," Ghost replied. "People do." They found a camp in the shell of a shopping mall. A circle of scorched shopping carts, tattered blankets, empty ration tins, and blood. No bodies. Ghost traced a pattern in the dust. Dragged, not eaten here. Bobby scanned the dark corridors leading into the mall's interior. Somewhere deep inside, something moved. Not the chaotic stumbling of the infected. This was deliberate. "Could be riders?" Bobby whispered. Ghost shook his head. "Riders don't leave this quiet." A distant echo rolled through the mall, a metallic thud, then a slow, wet shuffle. The infected were inside. They entered through a shattered glass entrance. The mall's interior was a cathedral of decay, escalators frozen mid-rise, mannequins melted into grotesque sculptures, banners advertising sales that would never come. The sound came again, closer. Bobby's flames flared, casting long shadows across abandoned storefronts. Every shadow looked like something crouching, waiting. A shape emerged from behind a pillar, then another, then dozens. They didn't charge, they watched. "That was worse," Ghost whispered. "They are learning." Bobby's grip tightened. Or they waiting for something? As if summoned, a loud, distorted roar rolled through the mall, vibrating the floor tiles. The infected turned toward the sound, then began to move, slowly, as if herding. "Ambush," Ghost said. "They are driving us." Bobby's phantom arm burned. They ran. They burst out the back of the mall into a service alley just as the horde poured out behind them. The alley opened into a wide plaza dominated by a collapsed monument. Flames still smoldered in cracks of broken pavement, glowing like veins beneath the city's skin. That's when it appeared. A towering silhouette stepped from behind the monument. Not a brute, something leaner, smarter. Its skin was charged, cracked like cooled lava. Embers glowed beneath its flesh. An Ember walker. Ghost had heard stories, mutations that fed on feed, on ruin, on lingering radiation and fire. They were rare and terrifying. It lifted its head and screamed, The sound was wrong. Not just noise, pressure, memory, pain. Bobby staggered, clutching his shoulder. The phantom pain surged, amplified, as if the creature was pulling in from him. "It's feeding on you," Ghost said. "Then let's starve it." The plaza erupted into chaos. The horde surged forward, but the Ember Walker moved through them, burning its own kind as it advanced. Fire trailed its steps. The city responded, embers flaring brighter. Ghost climbed onto a broken statue, firing shot after shot. Each bullet hit, but the creature barely slowed. It was a walking furnace. Bobby charged. He knew fire. He knew pain. He poured everything into his prosthetic, flames roaring brighter than they ever had. He slammed into Ember Walker, their fires colliding into a storm of sparks and heat. For a moment, it felt like being back on the stage. Lights, heat, the roar of the crowd. Then the creature grabbed him. Its touch was memory. Burning cables, screaming fans, his arm turning to ash. He screamed. Ghost fired into its head, eyes and spine. The creature roared and released Bobby, staggering. Bobby hit the ground, rolled, then stood. "City of Embers," he whispered. "You want fire? I will give you a fire." He overloaded the flame core. The plaza lit up like a second sunrise. When the light faded, the Ember Walker was gone. Only blackened bones remained, embedded in melted asphalt. The horde scattered, confused, leaderless. Silence returned. Bobby collapsed on his knees. Smoke curled from his arm. Ghost approached, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You okay?" Bobby laughed weakly. "The thing, okay." They climbed a nearby rooftop as night settled. The city glowed faintly beneath them, embers flickering like stars fallen to earth. Ghost looked out over the ruins. "This city didn't die," he said. "It transformed." "Into what?" "A warning." Bobby stared at his hand, flames now calm, obedient. Or a reminder. They sat there, two silhouettes against a city that refused to forget. Somewhere below, something moved. A distant silhouette watching them from the shadows. Intelligent. Curious. The city was not empty, and the embers were still warm.